Hi, and welcome to Line's Hygge Corner. It's a corner where I'm gonna talk about what's going on in the board game world, or just topics I feel like talking about, or things I maybe have experienced. And then I will be talking about games I have played the past month, and make a top 3 out of those games. But in this video, I will be talking about my first impression at Essen Spiel, because it was my first time going this year, and I'm gonna talk about what I experienced and what it was like for me. And then in the end of the video, I will be making my top 3 of the month. And it's not these 3 games, it's just, you're gonna see. But before we start the video, you need to pause, get yourself a mug and a cozy blanket, maybe turn on some candles, and just so you can feel the hygge, which is a Danish word, but I feel like lots of people now get it. So let's just jump into it. So at Essen, it was the first day we got there. We had to run in to get a game, and when we were waiting for the doors to open, it was really crowded and there were loads of people standing closely. And we were waiting for the doors to open, and then they opened, and we had to run in to get the game, and it was so crowded. And when we got in, it was so overwhelming. Like, the ceiling was so high and you could look far away, and it was just one hall. And there were games everywhere, and people everywhere, even though the doors just opened. And there are 6 big halls, and they were big. And it was so hard to find, not to get lost and like have a sense of where you were, because you just couldn't figure it out once you got in there. You were like, where did I come in and where do I need to go now? Because it was so big and you could not find your way out. At least I couldn't. I was happy that I had someone with me who could tell me or knew where to go, because I would just have gotten lost. And the first day, that day was trying to get the games we wanted to get, going from stand to stand to stand to get games. And then at lunchtime we went out, loaded off in the car, went out to the town and ate, because our ears needed to rest. There's really much noise in there. You get kind of surprised by the noise, because there's so many people that talks all the time, and the ceiling's so high, so the noise level is just high all the time. So when you get out, it's really like calm. And then we went back in, and then the other days, we had gotten most games on the first days, and then the other days we tried to play games. We tried different games, and we had a really good time there, just playing games. And then when I didn't feel like playing games, because sometimes you just can't get your brain to play games if you just so much noise and people. So I went off and just wandered around, saw some people, looked at different things, bought myself some mugs, and just had a good time. And I really enjoyed that time. Just taking your own time, just to walk around, feel the atmosphere, because it was really good. I need to do that more next year. Just walk around and feel the atmosphere and just enjoy it. I feel like I only did that the last day, or day before the last day. I need to do that some more. So that's a tip if you're going. Remember to enjoy it, because you're gonna miss it once it's over. I did, at least. I really missed it. And then at the end of the day, we usually got out an hour before they closed, out to eat some dinner and put the games in the car, and then we drove home. And when we got back home, the other people we were with and Helle, they went in the lobby and they played some games, not just game, and had a really good time. And I was up editing the videos I put up every day, because I wanted to put them up. And I didn't really feel that bad on missing out on playing more games, because we had already played a lot of games. So it was nice just to rest your head and edit the video. So that was kind of my time at Essen. It was surprising how big it was, and the atmosphere and the people. surprised me too. And that we had to run in to play games in the morning, but sometimes the games were still, there wasn't room for us, even though we came so fast. That surprised me a lot too, of how, also the variance in games and different things there were not just games, there were game tables and everything. It's really something you need to experience. I'm glad I did. And now for the games I played last month, my top 3 from those games. We played loads of games, but I only choose 3 games that I especially enjoyed. I just thought was really fun, or games I just really liked. I picked 3 of those games. It's not Jurassic Snack, even though it's a fun game too. And it's not Ghostelbank. It just needed to stand there. Skyland is one of them. Then you can stand right there. And then we have Reef is also in the top 3, and Impact. So this is my top 3 from the last month or so. We played, let's just start again. We have Skylands. It's a game where you have 4 actions you can take, and you have your own player board, and you need to build islands, and you can put people in, and there are some different actions. And I really like this game. And it's for 2 to 4 players, and it takes about 30 minutes, and it's for the ages 8+. We played this at Essen, so I didn't have any expectations to it, because we played it and then bought the game. So really liked this one. And then we have Impact. We also bought this at Essen, and we played it there. This is my version, so it has not been opened, because we have the other one up in the living room, because we're playing it all the time. It's an addictive game. You have like a battle arena where you throw the dice in. You need to be the last man standing, and it's really fun. It's really quick, and it's addictive, really addictive. And it's for, where does it say that? I think it takes about 15 minutes, and it's for the ages 8+, and it's for 2 to 5 players. Really, really fun. And then we have Reef. It surprised me a lot. Lot. We bought this, we didn't play it. We haven't played it before we bought it. So I had some expectations for the game that wasn't really that high. But when I played the game, it changed my mind totally. I loved the game, because you have, again, your own player board, and you need to build up a coral reef with small bricks in different colors. There are 4 different colors. And you have some cards, but you get to think a lot in this game, and I like that, because the cards you have, they have 2 options. They have 2 actions. One where you score points, and another one where you get 2 coral things to put on your reef. And that makes you needing to think more, because you have 4 cards in your hands. You can most have 4 cards in your hands. Don't always have 4. But you can have a card where you can score points for something, but you don't already... How can I explain this? Well, you can use the card to work together to get more points, and you need to... I'm not gonna play this card yet, because if I play this one, I can't get points for that. But if I play that one, I can get points for this one and this one. Something like that. It's fun. It surprised me a lot, to the positive side. It really did. But this was my top 3 from the last month. I cannot make a 1, 2, 3, because they're all really good in their own way, so I cannot rank them. I just cannot. I tried to, but just can't. It's too hard. But if you have games you have played a lot the past month, let me know, because then I can look at those games. Maybe I've already tried them, I don't know. And if you have any subjects or things you would like me to talk about in the next video, let me know, because ideas is always welcome, and maybe I will take them, I don't know. Just depends if I can talk about them. So, cheers, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.